Hello, gorgeous. You're listening to the Girlfriend's Guide to Starting Over. On this podcast, we talk about everything from dating and relationships to personal development. We also speak very candidly about the F word, and by that, I mean failure. So grab a pen, tag a friend, and let's talk about it. All of it. Undergoing, overcoming, and simply trying to make it through. I am out walking my dog, and as I have been out this morning, I realized that my anxiety has been super high, and I am confident that a lot of it has to do with the increase in exposure to the news. We are in an election year, and it is all over our timelines. It is all over the TV. It's all over the internet. It's like you cannot miss it. And I am not typically someone who pays a whole lot of attention to the news. It's not that I don't care. I feel like that anything that is disastrous or tragic or a safety warning, I'm not going to be able to avoid. However, I do not enjoy being race baited or politically charged, or seeing just desecration and arguments and all of the horrible things that are typically showcased to us. And so I don't do it. And it's not burying my head in the sand. It's choosing peace, right? Monitoring my exposure to those things because I recognize that it gets me off my square. But in light of recent events, you guys know that it's literally everywhere. It's all over our TikTok feed. It's all over our Insta feed. It's all over Facebook. It's all over YouTube. And I realized last night as I was crisscross applesauce folding my clothes at like 10 o'clock and my heart was racing and my energy was so high, I realized that it is this exposure. And so I am snoozing those accounts that I see, snoozing those friends that I see, snoozing any exposure that is unwarranted or unwanted, so that it's not constantly in my view. We get to take responsibility for monitoring our intake. And I talk about this a lot. I talk about it a lot during Christmas. I talk about it a lot during the New Year. And so what better time than mid-year, right here in the middle of July, to discuss that again. The importance of recognizing that something is causing you grief and doing your due diligence to at least reduce it, if nothing else. Like, clearly, I'm not going to be able to get away from it here in the United States. However, I can take massive action so that I'm not exposed to it on a daily, momently, second-to-second basis. And so I encourage you to do the same. If you find that you are constantly seeing these things and your anxiety is easing. Some people love that, right? But if you find that your anxiety is easing up, you find that you're getting angry, you find that you're like, oh, I don't know why I followed them in the first place. Just snooze them. Snooze them for 30 days. It may need to be more than 30 days if we're real, right? But take action. Take charge. You're not required to watch the news. You're not required to look at someone's timeline post. You're not required to participate. And so I just encourage you to make well-informed decisions. Do what is best for you and your family. It is totally possible for you to still befriend someone and not agree with their political beliefs. It's totally possible for you to coexist. But you have to take the action to make sure that you are not allowing yourself to unwind.